Hi, improvers, and welcome back to the Be Better Bit by Bit podcast. I'm your host, Nishit Goyal, and the creator of this unique self development platform called Be Better Bit by Bit. We believe in the philosophy of small and consistent improvements. In this current time management series, I have spoken about how to differentiate between dead time and alive time, plus why you should start with self-awareness before riding the wave of time management. Self-awareness of your current time expense. Because if you know where you are spending, you will know where to save. Time management is similar to money management. The only big difference is that the world has unlimited sources to create money, but nothing to create additional time. We all have the same purse, 24 hours. We all start the day with 24 hours. But whoever spends and invests it better stays ahead in the race. The biggest concern I feel amongst people about time management is that they are never satisfied with how they are spending it now. But I see it differently. Time management is not about a lot of things or doing a lot of things with this small purse of time. Instead, it means doing those things which make you feel good about the spending when you end your day and sit down to assess. Now, imagine you are in a shopping mall and a limited amount of cash in your wallet. When you come out, your wallet is empty. You have bought a lot of items and a lot of things. You come home and then you see or you review your purchases. Does every purchase make you happy? No. A few of your purchases will be wow, and a few will be okay, I don't know why I bought this. That's time management. Every day you wake up and go out to this huge shopping mall called the world. Whatever you spend your time on, come back home and see what gives you more happiness. Tomorrow, spend more money, that is time, on that thing. Keep reviewing, keep modifying your spends, and keep playing with your happiness index. That's more important. That's time management. In a shopping mall, when you go, you spend on items largely which falls into buckets like maybe food, wearables, luxury, health, gifts maybe, home decor. So these are largely the buckets where you spend your money. Now, decide a few buckets for your time, for your 24 hours. Like health, family, work, rest, food, self-development, entertainment, me time. Now, whenever you go out to shop with this purse of 24 hours, make sure you buy something for each of these buckets. If you end your time shopping with something missing, your happiness index takes a toll. You can't miss family time. You can't miss self-development time. You can't miss time on your health. Friends, time management is not a skill, it's a perspective. You don't need a degree in time management to make the best use of this beautiful commodity. You need perspective and you need awareness. Respect time and time will respect you back. No doubts about it. Today, let me share with you another tool that I keep handy to manage my time. A to-do list. Nothing fancy about it. It's a very plain and simple to-do list. I know there are merits and demerits of maintaining a to-do list, but somehow it works for me. It somehow works for me every day. So first thing in the morning or the previous evening, before I log into my office laptop, I quickly prepare a to-do list. These are usual entries in it, which repeat themselves every day. The office meetings which are there on my calendar, they also come on the to-do list. And my to-do list doesn't change too much, but it gives me a structure for the day. The number of entries can be anywhere between say 25 to 35, and I try and capture the important things rather than every small item. Yeah, it might look 25 to 35 items is a big list, but that's my idea of a to-do list. Let me give you an example. Hydration is critical to keep myself fresh and going. Hence, drinking water is an entry. It's an entry every day. Just the mention of it, and when I read it again and again, I allow myself to get up and fill my water bottle. Journaling, the most favorite of my habits. I maintain like 4 journal books, and all of them find a place in my to-do list. Even though I know that's a regular habit and I rarely miss my journaling, but marking a big green tick against them feels a powerful habit. A to-do list keeps me on track and make sure that I don't miss important things. Yeah, there are times when I don't create a to-do list, but largely, majority of the time, a to-do list helps me. Family time is an entry. It's there on my to-do list. Playing with my daughter, having tea or coffee with my spouse. Why not? The entry keeps coming back to me if I miss them. As I say again and again, if we respect time, if we respect our time shopping list, time will respect us back. Understand the difference between dead time and alive time. Track your time for the next 7 days, 168 hours. Track your 168 hours. Identify the gaps. And finally, make a to-do list every day. Bring in the important items there so that the list stares at you and reminds you that things need to be done. Be flexible with your to-do list. Don't be very stringent about a to-do list, and that's what may be largely a demerit of a to-do list. It becomes too stringent, too structured. So be gentle with it. Be flexible with it. Time management is all about respecting time and changing your perspective towards time as a limited commodity. Friends, big changes don't start with big leaps. They start with small efforts and a change in perspective. For me, giving due respect to all the areas of my life each day is of utmost importance. And at the end of the day, not only do I feel happy about it, but people around me feel that way. I'm going to come back with more interesting perspective on time management in my next episode. So stay with me, join me in the next episode of Be Better Bit by Bit. This podcast is available on Spotify, JioSaavn, Google Podcast, Spreaker, and various other streaming platforms. Be Better Bit by Bit. That's the title of my debut book also, and it is out now on Amazon as a paperback and in an ebook also. So grab your copy and leave me a feedback. You can also follow the Be Better Bit by Bit platform on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, where you can view and experience a lot of exciting stuff on self-development and the unique challenges and methods we use to bring small and tiny improvements in your life. So, till next time, bye-bye.